Welcome back to the channel. Yeah, it's before 6 o'clock and I want this thing to run if I can, but I almost forgot to hit record. I put a battery in it and it does spin over. I'll spin it over in just a second. Sounds pretty good. I had to put about half a quart of oil in it. I got some start fluid, carburetor cleaner. And I don't know what this thing is. I believe it's just some kind of towel thingy majigger. And it's got cooling system on it. I believe it's like about a 250 around there. The CVT transmission was reverse. Last night, these are not new tires. I bought tubes. The rears were really easy. The fronts, they're flat. The wheel is flat on the inside, so you can imagine the hard time I had putting tubes in those. It took about an hour just to put tubes in them. But anyway, I got them up and they're holding there. At least they held overnight. That's good. Let me see here. That's about all I can tell you. And as usual, got it from Jason. And I want to ride this thing for the summer's up. And I do believe we got good potential here because the engine sounded really good spinning over, and we'll hear it. Yeah, sounds pretty good. Got a little bit of compression in it. When I picked it up, this was off right here. Little induction elbow there, and that slide is almost rusted up inside the carburetor. So I'm sure, well, I'm going to build it anyway. But let me see if this thing will crank over. Excuse me, it cranks. Let's see if it'll start. Well, here's a problem with this thing. There's wires everywhere, just disconnected. It's crazy. Let me get y'all a look on this thing here. As Derek could say, well, we'll drink it up a little bit. As I was saying, see, that's pretty rusted up right there. I can't even move my finger, but I don't know how powerful that return spring. I mean that yeah, the return spring is. She needs a good pressure washing, bath. Like I said, just wires hanging everywhere. Just, I mean, this was down in the rear coilover. See? She's a mess. So I don't even know if it's going to have spark. Oh, think a relay hitting the back. Well, that's a good sign. Probably the only relay on it. But let's see if she'll start. Not much of that left. I have to get out the real starting fluid. It'd be amazing if things got spark. Well, which sees what you get. Get the plug wire off here. Go ahead and yank that spark out. It's the spark plug out. Looks like got a bird nest all around it. Thing's probably covered in black webs. Here, ratchet. There it is. Get the little extension out here. Did a bunch of work on the Tahoe yesterday. Well, apparently it is not 13/16. And my little scooter and did all this and got it off the trailer. So I'm pretty much wore out from yesterday still. We'll get it. Spark plug loose. Not a fan of that. No, it's got good range because it's sucking my hand through the carburetor. Yeah. Like a brand new plug. Well, brand new 10 years ago. Looks good. NGK. Yeah, that is a brand new spark plug. Now that's a little scary. See, so we got sparks here. I'm gonna have to go get it suffers from hoses everywhere. Itis also. Had to go get my lovely assistant. Let's do it manually. This is so much rust right here. Oh yeah, plenty of spark. Turn the key off and see if that goes away. Yep. All right. Well, it's got spark. I don't have to troubleshoot that. I'm gonna cheat. I'm gonna put some down in the hole. Tip too. It's got mechanical motion. She got spark. So, and now she's got fuel. So she should be able to roll. This Ranger good for something. There we go. Oh, my starter tool. Try it now. Oh, helps if I put plug wire on, you know. Go get a screwdriver. Fix anything with screwdrivers. Put a little tension on this. See if it moves. Oh, she's froze. Solid. Mm-hmm. Let this throttle move. Oh no, that throttle's frozen solid too. This happens when you leave this stuff outside. I'm gonna have to figure a way to get that throttle open. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Let's get this carburetor off. Figure while we're taking the carburetor off, boil the battery a little bit. This battery out of my snapper. I don't let it run long. I start it up, keep fluids going in it. Could just take the carburetor off and squirt it right in there, but that's uncontrolled uncontrolled engine RPM, so that might not be the best thing, especially on an engine ain't ran in a while. Yeah, I got it everywhere except on it, I'm sure. All right, let's try this again. Oh. Oh. Yeah, there we go. Apparently it's got coolant, some kind of choke mechanism here. Probably why it's got coolant running to the carburetor. The hoses feel real good. It's pretty bad when this thing's got better hoses than most automobiles do. Mm-hmm. Cats are getting it again. Mm-hmm. There we go. And take it off here. Probably break this T, I'm sure. Sure that's what happened. See if I can get it off the carburetor side. Well, came right out. So, yep, we definitely got it off the carburetor side. There we go. You can see where I broke the throttle up here, but at least this piece still good. That baby seized up. ZHEJIANK. No, JU. I don't know what it is, but it's gonna get built. I'm gonna do it. What inside of that head looks clean on this side? Oh, I got the key off. I bet that's why I didn't even start to begin with. Hmm. Well, she's sucking, squeezing, and no banging. It's got compression. I'm gonna make sure them valves are moving. Wrench is a little warm. Yeah, intake's moving. We get frisky. I'm gonna throw a little more in there. There you go. Probably fouled the plug. Big flame coming out. Mm. It ain't wet. Yeah, it's got spark. Weird. I mean, I put it on the back of the intake valve. I can't say how squirting in there. Anyway. I'm not going to tighten it up. I'm just testing. It sounded like it wanted to hit. I'm going to, store opens up. I'm going to get some more carburetor cleaner. Let's get a few parts off this thing here so we can find out. Valve stem seals should be in tomorrow. Get them heads back together. Well, it's a week later. I had to do heads on a Tahoe. I think it's more than a week. But anyway, I got the carburetor off and I put it in my, I cleaned up really good and I stuck it in ultrasonic cleaner. I've done everything I could. The throttle stuck. It's seized up bigger than anything. And what is that thing called? Slide. It's froze up. So about $35 later, I got me one. I got this a week ago. I'm just now getting around to getting this on. So give me a minute and I get it stitched in there. It's a pretty simple job. And really at this point, all we're really going to do is hook up what's required to get it to run. And what's all this nonsense here? Oh, there we go. All right. Yeah, that's what I thought. All right, well, kind of goes on something like this. Let's get it on in there. Yeah, I'm just going to hook the fuel up. And not much more. Want to hear it run first. And if this thing runs as good as the engine sounds when I'm spinning it over, she might get a Makuni. Let's step on up in the big world. Yeah, see that just plugs in right there. And this rolls around to the other side and plugs in over there. I'll get that in a minute. Let's we'll get some pliers. I don't even know what that is. That's something to do with something. Breather housing. Goes to the breather housing, which I got the whole breather housing out. Way more room. Check this out. Y'all saw it before. See, it looks more like an engine with all that breather housing out of the way. It's going to go back on. But I took it off because I cleaned this whole thing up. As in, I blew all the dead grass off of it. As far as I went. So, then we're going to have to rig up fuel supply right here. Here's my bowl drain. Bowl drain down here. Out of the way-ish. And see, it had coolant that run through it, like a little heater. We ain't worried about that right this minute, that's for sure. I'm trying to figure out where my wiring went for my choke and all. Bugging like he's being spurred. Well, that just all come apart. Yep, I'm gonna have to do something about that. Bring this throttle back up here. Where's that little? There it is. Getting that wire that runs up here, back down here. It's gonna need some tape around it, something. Small mesh through here. All right. Pretty easy. Long Phillips head that comes about way out by the tire. And go ahead and stick this throttle on when I'm done with that. I'm back. I'm gonna get a long screwdriver. All right. Sam. Jeez. BRB. I rebuilt it. That thing was strip out with me, so yeah, rebuilt. That'll hold it for a bit. All right. Get this. Where is that? Come unplugged out of that. That's premium quality right there. Let's, kind of route it like it kind of needs to be out of the way for right this minute. There we go. Let's get this throttle on. Maybe y'all can see better on that one. Put the throttle on. Oh. Yeah, we got to fix the throttle. Ain't no use putting that on because I got to fix it up there. It's hanging up. So we'll definitely wait on that one. So I forgot my pliers. Let me get my pliers. I bought this tank to go on the other go-kart I'm building. So I'm just going to use it just to plumb some fuel in here somehow. We'll get it. It's not going to be OSHA rated. I can guarantee you that much. Be Juan Pablo rated. Oh yeah. Using Crisco now. Get all my tools off here. Go get some gas. Wish I had some ethanol free, but that's all I got. She'll get ethanol free eventually. Not a whole bunch in here, but it is super fresh. 87, 10% ethanol. Up to, or whatever they try to make you believe. It's Tecumseh. I only pay like $12 for it. That's all that Tecumseh's worth. A newer Tecumseh. That's my personal opinion. All right. Turn the key on it. Make sure it didn't run the battery down. All right, I'm gonna go get my starting tool. Go get some starting fluid. I'm against, I might have said this in the past, but I am against replacing carburetors if you have the original equipment. I couldn't get around that when it was completely seized, but anytime you can build the original equipment, if it's not too wore out, like throttle shaft, stuff like that, please go with it, because you never know what you're getting when you get one of these. Now, if it's like a brand new Holly, a brand new Carter, that's a different story, but these stuff that you buy, like Reman at the big 3 boxes, you know, are not going to be either O'Reilly's or Advance or AutoZone. You go get your Reman. I'm going to tell you what, I've had to pull those back off and tried to go hunt down the original from Advanced, O'Reilly's, and AutoZone to try to get the original equipment back when the customer brings me that junk that they try to sell. And it is that junk. So one thing that y'all didn't see me do is when I took that carburetor off, it might be in the video, I can't remember, it's been a week ago. We had spark and I had the carburetor off, and I'm thinking, well, let me just shoot a little in there. I couldn't get it to hit to save its life, starting fluid or carburetor cleaner. So, and it's got a lot of spark. So, I mean, it acts like I don't have enough compression, but I don't have a compression tester to fit the little head, the little threads on that plug. I don't have it. So, one thing I was doing was trying to help it out. It's sucking like mad right there. See the fuel coming out? So yeah, it's popping it back out. So, and I made sure the valves were moving and all that jazz. I made sure of that. So, let me think on this for a minute. Let me put the battery boiler on. I'm gonna see if I can feel compression on my finger. Yep. That did two things. It had compression, and it was shooting arc at my other finger. So I got a twofer on that one. But that plug is bone dry. That is, Pretty amazing. Yep. I'm gonna check valve clearance. Let me show y'all a little something on these CNs. This is new to me, but on these CNs, like I said, this is new to me. Valve adjustments on the outside, but trying to find the correct information online, I want to see how the cams work, how these do the adjustment inside. I've yet to find a picture or diagram, anything online. There's only one video of a guy showing him putting it together, kind of, but only with this side showing. So I couldn't tell how any of it worked. So we're about to find out. So there will be a video online about how one of these things work when I'm done with this video. So give me a few and I'll get that puppy off. There we go. All right. Looks like all we got is just a couple of breather hoses. Yank them off with your hand like that. It's like an oil supply. We're going to yank that off. And 8mm to get these off right here. The actual valve cover bolts. Give me a minute. I'll get that right off. I got my compression tester, you know, right off the Chinese Express. It actually was here in 2 days. Got to do a little work tonight. Well, I'm going to try to get a little work done on this tonight. Get a compression test on and see what could be going on right there. Cause I got to log back in. I got another 8 p.m. upgrade. So let's see what we can get for compression on this thing. I did some more research and it looks to be about between a 10 and 11-1 motor on the compression ratio. So that being said, I should see, you see those numbers are a compression of atmospheric pressure, and it's 14.7 to 1, so let's just say 10 times that should be what, a little less than 150, 147. So that being said, that's if everything's 100%, it's throttle open, everything's perfect. But I'd like to see about 120 to 125. Over the years, I know on standard internal combustion engines, I've seen them hit and run fine on 90. Because you think about it, some of the older vehicles, like in the 20s, 30s, 40s, those are down to 5.5 to 7.5 to 1 compression. So it tells you right there, it can hit on 90 if you do the math. All right, battery probably needs to be charged. Let's see what we get. Oh, that ain't enough. There's our problem right there. So what I'm going to attempt to do, let me get out my other compression testers. Oh, this is my snap-on set. The reason why I said I don't have anything this small, because everything, this is all the compression testers I've ever used, I've ever needed. And I had one that you can push down with a rubber boot, but I lost that one years ago. So none of these fit this engine. That's why I had to order one. So let's we'll put some oil down in that cylinder and see if it'll bump that compression up. Might sound like I'm a little all over the place. I just got it from a nap, because I was up at 2 a.m. this morning. I had to go into work. I was up at work at 4. So I want to take a quick nap and get this done before I get on my other upgrade. So got my little 10-man oiling can here. I ain't bashful. Put a little in her. Spin it over a little bit. Alright, let's see if it comes up. Let's see if we get a little more out of this. There you go. Rings is the problem. Put a little more in there and some gas. We'll see if it starts. There it is. I was looking for it. See if it'll hit. It hit. That's the problem. Look at the blow by. Yeah, she's wore out. That's why she won't fire. So I'm gonna go ahead and end this video right now. As y'all can see, this thing's easy to tear down, and as y'all saw from the blow by, rings are stuck or something's wrong with the bore, rings, pistons, you don't know. I'm gonna back this thing up with a bore scope. If I can get it down in that plug hole. I couldn't get it down on the other 50cc. I think that had a 12mm plug. So I might just have to tear it down to figure it out. But if I'm gonna tear it down, I'm just gonna throw some parts at this thing. I got yards to tear up with my grandkids, and I got other work. This thing just needs, it needs a lot more work too. So I want to get this engine running, as quickly as possible, so I can get on other dumb stuff. And if you notice in the video, I think the one before this, my mic quit, and I'm gonna put some text on there that shows about the cylinder head and how it works. But since we're gonna have to yank it anyway, so I'll have a more extended video added to it at some other point on how that this cylinder head works with the exterior type adjustment for the valve clearance. I think it's a really cool, and I can't wait to read up on the proper procedure for setting that. And I'll put that in there also in that other video. I mean, as y'all can see, I didn't have a compression tester. It's just like anybody else out in the field or under a shade tree or whatnot trying to work on this. I was just, putting your thumb over it never always works. You don't know how much hand pressure you're putting on it. I just tore down a couple things before I had my compression tester to validate whether it's valves, stuff like that. And you can do that, and it's common sense, and you can kind of narrow it down. But this one right here, I wanted to make sure with a compression tester to make sure I was on the right track, because I could soak the bore down with coolant. With coolant, with carburetor cleaner and or Ethernet with ether, and I'm talking about hose it down. In one of the videos, it shows it, and I pulled the plug out, it's bone dry, so it tells me it was trying to hit. I just couldn't tell. So it's definitely compression related or major valve timing retarding. But you'll see in the video that when I take the valve cover off, there's nothing wrong with that timing chain. It ain't flopping around, it ain't doing nothing stupid. So I know it didn't jump time, so I wasn't gonna spend time to even look for that. That's why I wanted to go down the compression route. Uh, we're gonna end this one here because I'm over waiting on. I got to look up the parts. See, you know, these Moto CF Moto 250s, Chinesium things are a little hard to find parts for without going to the Tao network on this. And I need to. It looks like just probably just go ahead and order a jug kit and just be done with it. And while I'm waiting on and figuring all that out, I got, you know, that I need to be working on. You know, me and my buddy got time in this, and he's got parts invested that's not on there. And I don't want a Colombian necktie from Jason. So I got to at least get the clutch in, I get that thing running. It's got drivability I got to figure out, and do everything on the rear brakes. I've ordered everything, I just haven't got to it. So, and my little Thumper over there, Thumper, y'all know why it's called Thumper now. AC quit, and it's gonna be pushing 90, and I wear, you know, collared shirts and nice clothes to work, and long johns under because I freeze in the office. So and then that gets pretty warm in there sitting in traffic, especially with the polycarbonate top, and yeah, your brain's cooking, and yeah, you get pretty warm. So I need to get the air figured out on that. I got the mounts ordered, and I have the valve cover gasket, but I do not have the excuse me, the coilover plug seals that go in the tube seals. My bad, tube seals. I'm waiting on those. It says June 9th or June 22nd. So we'll see on that. So you have a blessed weekend. Y'all take care. Please like, subscribe, and share with your friends.